Hey guys, so we all love and know Call of Duty Mobile. That being said, it's in its early development, which means that there's a lot more to come. In which case, I'd like to compile a few things from older COD games, specifically Black Ops 2 and 3, that I'd like to be implemented into the game, such as score streaks, equipment, and maps. That being said, let's get right into the top things Call of Duty Mobile needs to implement from Black Ops 2 and 3. The first map I'd like to implement is from Black Ops 2, and it's called Carrier. Carrier, as the name suggests, is an aircraft carrier. On this map, there is a lot of cover, but at the same time, there's also a lot of sniper positions, which means that it boosts both close, medium, and long-range combat. While it's also aesthetically pleasing, it's also very fun to play on. The next map is from Black Ops 2 also, and it's called Cargo. Cargo is a giant shipment yard, which boasts both medium and long-range combat, and has multiple sniping positions, which also lead to the middle of the map. In the center where everybody meets up, there's a building which usually is the center of focus for all people who want to get into action. This building is constantly being contested, and right outside it is a mechanical crane which pulls and pushes the cargo crates into other positions. This can get people killed, as if you are not careful, you can get crushed by it, which adds another factor to this map, which is why I love it so much. There's so much action going on in the center, and with the cargos being constantly moved around, it provides constantly changing cover. The next map is from Black Ops 3, and it's called Stronghold. Stronghold is beautiful, it's cold, but most importantly, the house is the center of action. While you can run and gun or snipe just as well across the rest of the map, the house is the central focus point that boosts constant close to long range team fights that are extremely fun. The next map is Hunted. Like the other map before, Stronghold, this map is a constant fight for the house, which is in the center of the map. This house is consistently bringing you team fights, which are extremely fun and engaging. The same applies to Redwood, which with its beautiful aesthetic and well thought out design, it's just as memorable. Next, I'd like to go over equipment. The first piece of equipment is a tactical called the Black Hat. The Black Hat is able to hack enemy equipment and score streaks and make them your own. The next piece of equipment is a lethal called the C4, which can be detonated at will after it is thrown and placed. The next piece of equipment is a tactical called the Sensor Grenade, which shows enemies on the minimap. I'd also make it to where it shows them through wall, with their body being highlighted in red. Now let's go over score streaks. The first score streak is an ammunition box, which costs 450 points and replenishes both equipment and ammunition for both your first and secondary weapon. Next, for 650 points, we have the Dart. The Dart is basically like a controllable hunter-killer drone, but it can shoot up to 2 rockets and then detonate on impact. However, the downside is that it gets one shot by bullets, so if you're not careful, your enemies will be able to shoot out of the sky easily. Next score streak for 950 points is called the Orbital VSAT. It will last for the rest of the round or game depending what you're playing, and will show the enemies consistently on the map with red arrows, so you know where they're always aiming at and what they're doing. It also cannot be shot down. The next score streak for 1,100 points is the AGR, which fires rockets and has a machine gun, which can be controlled and fired autonomously. Next score streak is called the Escort Drone, which is basically an attack chopper that follows you around and protects you for 1,200 points. The next score streak, called the Lodestar or Reaper Drone, depending on what game you're looking at it from, costs 1,300 points and allows you to guide missiles toward the ground, completely killing your enemy as it circles the map. The next score streak for 1,400 points is the EMP, which when detonated for a straight up minute will disable your enemy's score streak, operator skill, and HUD, along with lethal and tactical equipment. Next, we have the K9 unit. For 1,500 points, you can spawn in a group of attack dogs, which will hunt down your enemies. However, the downside to this is that they can be shot down and killed. Next, we have the Mothership. Now, what makes this different from the VTOL warship is that, unlike the VTOL warship, instead of it just you being the controller of it, your teammates can hop into it and control 3 consecutive other turrets, which means that your entire team can target all the enemies on the map at once. Thereby, I marked this score streak for 1,800 points. And last but not least, for 1,900 points, you get the Swarm, which, when summoned, produces thousands of hunter-killer drones, which will search and destroy your enemies for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned.